Hello and welcome to Mondays at Pitch. We're just doing a quick video straight to Facebook just with the breaking news that Crystal Palace have parted company with manager Frank de Boer after just 4 games. That's just 77 days in charge. Like I said, it is just me at the moment, but me and Paul will be talking about it on tonight's show when we bring that to you later on. First off, we just go with the statements Crystal Palace put out. It says, Crystal Palace have parted company with manager Frank de Boer. We would like to thank Frank for his dedication and hard work during his time at the club. A new manager will be appointed in due course, and we wish Frank all the best of luck for the future. Now, straight off, me and Paul did mention it the other week when there was rumours of him going. I can't stand managers going this early in the season, especially if it's a manager that's just been brought in the summer. If it's a manager that's been there previously, like for the past season or two, and it's not working, okay, bit different. But he's only come in 77 days since his appointment, just 4 games. Now, you look at the facts, they've lost all 4 games without scoring a single goal. Now, that is absolutely dreadful. Now, in the Premier League, that's a horrible record, especially when you've got the three promoted sides, Newcastle, Huddersfield and Brighton, who've all started relatively well. It's really not a great start. It's, like I said, not even managed to score a goal. Now that is bad, and I understand Palace fans who might be like, absolutely just like, nah, not having it, not good enough, don't care if it's only been 4 games, get out. I understand that. However, if you've brought a manager in, you want him to change what was going on previously. Obviously they had Sam Allardyce that was there, obviously he didn't end up staying on. But if you look at what Steve Parish said, looking back to when they were looking for the new manager, when he unveiled Frank de Boer, Parish said there were 37 managers on a shortlist. I talked to all of them and said, quote, "We need an evolution over a period of time." Now, 4 games is not a significant period of time. Obviously he didn't say significant, but how can you expect any new manager to come in and completely change the face of it after 4 games? I think you just can't. Now, the other thing that really annoys me is, yeah, the first 3 games, they were poor. They were very, very poor. But I watched a bit the game against Burnley yesterday, and they were so unlucky. Like, I mean, that chance that Scott Dan missed towards the end, that header, was a horrible miss. Now, if that goes in, maybe he lives to fight another day. Maybe. Obviously, we don't know. But they put a much more improved display against Burnley than the other games against Huddersfield, Liverpool, etc. and Swansea. Now, I think it's just I don't know. I'm just a bit shocked. I'm not surprised that they've done it, because that is kind of the way of the Premier League at the moment. It's obviously fighting for survival. If they genuinely think, if Palace think that they might not survive, then from a business point of view they do have to do something. But I don't know. I just don't like it at all. I can't stand managers going this early in the season. I think it's ridiculous. Yeah. So I don't really know. It's a bit of a tricky one. The thing that also bothers me is that, according to Sky sources, Roy Hodgson is set to replace him on a 2-year contract and bring Ray Lewington in as his assistant. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but the fact that it looks like Sky sources, and with Sky sources they are generally right, the fact that they only sacked him this morning and it looks like they've already got Hodgson and an assistant in place to replace him, that means that they were looking at it before the game. There's no way that they've managed to do all that this morning, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know how the Premier League works in terms of managers and how clubs go about getting these things in place. There's a chance it could have been done this morning, but I'd be very, very surprised if that was right, you're sacked, oh, who should we get in? How about Hodgson? Alright, let's get him in on a 2-year deal. That's been going on over the international break. They've obviously gone, listen, if he loses the next game, he's gone, let's get you in. In my opinion, that's what's happened. Now, if that is what's happened, surely someone at Palace, the people who make decisions, they would have watched the game yesterday and seen that it wasn't a display where the players couldn't be asked or they just got completely outplayed. Now, Burnley manager Sean Dyche even said that Palace were the better team. He said they were genuinely the better team on the day. Now, I think they were just so unlucky. Like, they had 2 chances that were cleared off the line, and obviously we mentioned that miss towards the end. Obviously, Zaha's been out, so he's one of the main attacking threats. I mean, yeah, they've got Benteke as well, who's a proven Premier League striker. He should be banging them in, but I don't know. I just really don't like it. I don't know. It's just annoyed me a bit, really. Now, like I said, me and Paul will be talking about it later on tonight when we do the main show. But so I'll get his point of view. He might have a slightly different point of view. Now, personally, I do feel really sorry for him. I really do. I mean, partly Everton were linked with him. Like, before we got Ronald Koeman, we were actually linked to get the ball. So it's, obviously, it's one of them. But yeah, I think 4 games, not enough. They have been bad games. They haven't done well. They haven't scored, which is very bad. But nah, I just can't stand it. It's similar. It's not as bad as like Leicester last year when he sacked Ranieri, like 6 months after he won the title. It's not that bad. But a lot of people got really annoyed at Leicester, like, I want them to go down. It's not that bad because it's not like the Boers achieved something massive and then they're getting rid of him. But they've just simply not given him a chance. And like I said, Palace, they were lucky to stay up last year. I genuinely thought they were going down. And apologies to any Palace fans out there, but I wouldn't really care if they went down. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't, because you treat a manager like that, you're not giving them a chance. You're really not. Now, you can argue that the club are just looking out for the business side of things, which I do fully understand, but there's got to be a better way of going about it. There's got to be a better way of actually giving the manager a chance. And like I said, the business he did in the summer wasn't great. Now, you can argue, say, yeah, manager, he didn't get his targets in. He had targets, whether he did or didn't. He didn't get the players in that they needed to ensure Premier League survival, which is paramount in this day and age with the amount of money that you've got in the Premier League. But nah, I just don't think it's right at all. But yeah, well, that's just my point of view. So like I said, we'll have a proper chat about it later tonight with Paul, so it's not just me waffling on for 7 or 8 minutes. But if any Palace fans out there, if you've got any comments, let us know. I'm just a bit annoyed about it, to be honest. But oh well, we'll see what happens. See if Hodgson does come in, and we'll see what happens at their next game. Alright, thanks for joining us, guys. Cheers, all the best.